Okay. Ooh, that's a good sound, isn't it? And just as my normal starting music comes on as well. So we'll let that go quietly in the background for a moment. Hello, welcome. Glad you all found me. I had trouble finding this room. It's like, wait, down the stairs? Is this it? Are we all trapped in here for eternity? Well, welcome to the final day of NDC Oslo. I hope you've had a really great conference so far. Glad to see so many people here after the party last night. It's always like the morning after the party. Ooh, that could be a bit risky. So I'm Layla, and hopefully you're all here to learn about learning in public and live coding on Twitch. So, a little bit about me. I am a developer advocate, so my role is developer relations, which means I generally learn in public. And I teach people, and my whole sort of job is to do crazy stuff in public and fail miserably. I am the queen of failing. So let's hope I don't have too many failures today. I am a Microsoft MVP, a GitHub star, and I founded the Women of .NET. You may have seen me wandering around with Jamie Singleton doing some Twitch streaming in the expo hall the last few days. You may have been like, what are they doing? We were live streaming to Twitch, and we were doing it on the Women of .NET channel, and we had a little bit over in the community area as well. So that's me. But let's talk about Twitch. Can I see a show of hands of anyone who has watched Twitch? Can you, no, get those arms back up in the sky, thank you. Lower those if it's only been gaming. So all of you have watched something other than gaming? Okay. If you have not watched live coding on Twitch, lower your hands. Okay, you can all lower your hands now. There you go. So that's quite a good lot of you have done a little bit of live streaming, watched live streaming. Who's actually pressed go live? Oh, wow. Was that for live coding? Good. All right, well, hopefully I won't be teaching you to suck eggs. I hope that translates. That's really weird if it doesn't translate. But hey. And you may have some things to share, so you can always grab me afterwards and give me some opinions, okay? But it is best known for gaming, but it is a growing community for things other than gaming, which is really, really cool. And that's what I do, is I live code on Twitch. But let's start with what you need to do if you're going to watch live coding. We'll start with a little bit of etiquette, ease you in, before we go into talking about how you go about it. So, why do we watch live coding? Why are we interested in seeing people struggle bus on the stream? Definitely what happens if you come and watch me, all the struggles. I did some polls on Twitter and on streams to see the reasons why people wanted to watch this. A lot of people like it background noise, company, because they're at home on their own, working on their own, and they just want a little bit of company rather than the silence or music, just a little bit of background chatter, a little bit of a human interaction. Vast majority of people wanted to see how other people solve problems. And that's the biggest draw for me, is to see thought process. People want to know how to code, learning. We get a lot of beginners on there. And to see the flow, how people approach problems, the order in which they code, how they architect solutions, how they approach stuff. Helping others. So you get a lot of people coming onto your stream who, want to say, oh, I know how to do that. And it's like mob programming, and it's really good, and it's entertainment. It should be edutaining, okay? It's not entertaining, it's not educational, it is a combination of the two, and that's the key. It has to be edutaining. No one wants to go and watch someone just drone on, oh my goodness, tap, in silence. no one wants the silence. And networking, you meet a lot of people on stream. People are like, oh yeah, I lost my job. And someone's like, I know how rubbish that is. I know someone who's hiring, or, oh, I'm really looking for help on this open source project. Oh, I'd love to do that. There's a lot of networking that can happen here. I don't know why that's just no, don't do that. Come up big again. Thank you. Silly MacBooks really does not like me. There we go. All right, so those are some of the reasons. Now, when you go onto a Twitch streaming channel, if you scroll down or across and go to the About page, there's going to be generally some good information on there. And the key thing I will say before you go onto someone's stream is have a quick look at the chat rules. These are mine. You can go and look at them on my page. But it just generally tells you the rules. Some people don't want any help at all. No back seating, they'll say. I don't see any fun in that. I love the telling me what to do in a good-natured way. But some people will say, please don't tell me what to do. Don't come on and give me any feedback. Just come on and enjoy the chat and do that. Or, there's usually things about just being good humans and having a good code of conduct. There's a lot of that on there as well. So just have a little read. It also has a lot of information about maybe chatbot commands. We'll talk about that in a bit. People are always interested in hardware and Visual Studio themes and things. Have a look. They may already be answered. I list my hardware on there because people always want to know what rig I'm running. It's a very, very big, powerful rig I'm running. So not right now, at home, that I stream from, with lights and water cooling and fun. So people always want to know about that. So make sure you go and check out those About pages. Right. The main thing, if you're going on live coding streams there, is to be a part of the community. And it's really important when you start there, if you want to do anything yourself, that you invest some time in the community, okay? And there is a real sense of community. It's not like YouTube. YouTube's like, throw out some comments. You're very removed from the person. There's no interaction. They're up here on some pedestal. But with live streaming, you are really interacting with that person and interacting with the people in chat. So there's this sense of community and connection, a bit like going to a meetup, a bit like going to the hallway track at a conference and things. So you can come in here and you can be a part, you can help solve problems in a collaborative way. Most streamers have a Discord, so you can take it offline and start chatting and sharing things. And it just becomes this really wonderful place to be. And we can all help make it that way as well. So I think it's really nice. I've met loads of awesome people through streaming, really, really great people, and you can too. All right, let's start with a glossary, because there's a lot of weird terms. When I first went on Twitch, I was like, what is going on? There's so much, and I'm overwhelmed, and it's just really crazy, and I might just go away. But don't, okay? So, one thing you'll hear about raiding, we're not going in with pitchforks at dawn. Basically, when one stream finishes, it's good etiquette that they take all of their viewers, all 3 of them sometimes just themselves, sometimes 303, it doesn't matter. All raids are meaningful and lovely to receive and give. And they take them over to another streamer who's live, okay? So you'll suddenly see someone say, bye, and then suddenly you're in someone else's stream. You're like, whoa, what happened there? Or you'll be in a stream and it's all quiet, the chat's pretty subdued, and all of a sudden 300 people drop in with emotes, and things are going crazy, and sirens are going off, and things are happening, and you're just like, what just happened? What's a raid? Okay, so that is something that does happen. Subscriptions, that's different from subscribers on YouTube. A subscription is paid for on Twitch, and it's per streamer. There's several tiers that's set by Twitch and can be tweaked by the streamer. And that's a monthly subscription, so you get ad-free on that particular stream. And you may also get emotes, so they're like emoticons that you get to like use in chat or on a Discord server, and they are all included in subscriptions in different levels. But it is a single streamer, very different from like YouTube. Is it YouTube Prime? I don't know, paid for YouTube, and subscribers on YouTube. We have followers on Twitch. So if you like someone, you follow them, and then if you really like them and you want ad-free, you subscribe. Cheers. So these are, you buy bits. They're like Twitch currency, and they're a penny or a cent per bit, and you can buy them in hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands, and you can drop them into chat. If someone's like getting through a really hard problem, you can just cheer them on and drop some bits in the chat channel, usually with emotes. They can have interactivity on the stream, so it's ways that you can give money, spend money, and of course, Amazon takes a good chunk of that, but don't worry about that. Channel points. As you're watching a channel, if you're in the chat, you'll see in the bottom left-hand side, we're going to have a little tour of Twitch in a bit. You'll see you're accumulating points for every minute you watch, and then you can spend those points. On my chat, depending on which scene I'm in, I have various scenes, you may be able to call Elvis into the background. You may be able to have Salad Fingers come and say hello. Who knows Salad Fingers? Any Salad Fingers fans? Yes! Good. I'm a big salad finger person. The rusty spoon. If you don't know anything about that, I'm just weird. It's fine. I accept that. So you can spend these points. You can also have decapitated puppy heads fall on my stream with your channel points because we're wholesome like that. And then the last thing I'm going to say is two things. Gift subs is where if you're just like, I'm going to give this person or some random people a sub for the month, you can gift some subs over, and they don't have to pay for that, and they don't have to continue it. It will just be a 1 month ad-free. They get all the benefits of being a subscriber, and you can gift multiples, 1, 3, 5, 100, doesn't matter, and you gift those to people. You can select a person to gift them to, or you can gift them anonymously and randomly. And then a hype train is when lots of money is coming onto the stream. It gets a hype, and you get new emoticons. Everything's about the emotes. So that's a quick glossary. Alrighty. This is what the browse page looks like for software and game development. We got this category, I think, last year. I can't remember. The time has no meaning anymore. And you'll go into software and game development, and there'll just be a whole load of people developing on code. And so you can see how many people are in the show at the moment. So you can see 918 in this one, viewers in total, and it's got 24,000 followers. So this was taken last year or something, so it's probably changed now. But at any time, you can go on there and see who is live. All right, so that's a quick overview of watching it. Now, you as the streamer, and no, you do not need a setup like the one in the picture. You may want one, and you may go and get one eventually, but you do not need it. I'm just going to stress that. You do not need it. All right, but first, why would you want to go and code in front of people? Why would you want to put yourself through that? I have my reasons. Yours may be different. Now, in developer relations, I don't work on products. I don't code on anything. I have to come up with things to code and learn. So it's a way to keep me very current and keep me practicing and connected with the developers like you that I advocate for at my company or at .NET or anything like that. So I'm trying to code and teach myself and show people how to do things. And so that's why I code. And it lifts me up. I don't have very many friends. And so I don't have a big social life. I like to go hiking with my dogs and my husband, and that's about it. I don't go out drinking. I don't go out here. So I don't have very much human interaction. Most of my teammates are in the US. So I'm like, okay, it's just me, and I'm bored of speaking to the dogs and the husband and stuff like that. So I'm going to speak to all of you random people on the internet, and it really gives me a buzz, and I enjoy it, and I like connecting with people. So that's why I do it. Keep me current and give me a social outlet, so I'm more able to talk to people in real life situation. Okay, so what does one need to do to get started? What you actually need. Right. Sorry, my asthma is quite bad, so I do have this little cough. Basic things that you'll need, okay, is a discrete microphone. Try not to use the laptop microphone because they'll hear you tip-tap, tappity-tapping, and it's horrible and tinny. You don't need a Britney mic like this either. Some people just use, if your computer will accept it, the mics from your telephone with the mic on it and your headset, just that. Or you can, I think the microphones, discrete ones, are quite reasonable now. So that's a really important thing. It's just a discrete microphone. If you invest in one thing, make sure it's that. Excuse me. A discrete camera. Now, not everyone wants to be on camera. I do recommend being on camera. I think I connect so much more when I see people. I like to read body language. I like to see a person's expression. But you may not feel comfortable being on camera, and that's okay. So don't have your camera. No big deal. Do what's right for you and not what you feel pressured to do or what you think you should do, okay? So you can have a discrete camera. If you don't have a discrete camera and you want to use one in your laptop, make sure that you raise your laptop up on some books or a box, a shoebox, anything so it's eye level. No one wants to look at the chin or up your nose, okay? So just lift it up and make sure that you've got a nice visage and some lights then, because the laptop cameras aren't great, so you might need a bit of additional light to illuminate your lovely faces. You need a way to broadcast, we'll go into that, and some patience. It's very daunting. You'll be a streamer of one when you start, so get some mates and just be patient. Okay, there is an information overload pending. I do give you a link to these slides, so don't worry, you will be able to get all of the notes afterwards. I really need a good cough. Can you just mute my microphone for a second, please? Okay, I was too quick. You all heard me cough. Damn it. Okay, I was too quick. Okay, so, oh look, I'm sounding better already. Okay. Ways to stream. We have OBS, that's Open Broadcasting Software. We have Restream and StreamYard. There are other services, but these are the main ones. Okay. OBS is open source. There's a couple of different versions of it. I recommend supporting the vanilla one, OBS, and not the Streamlabs one. So just go straight for the OBS one and support that one. There's lots of things. If you go to the Twitch page that I've linked down there, as I say, don't worry about, I've embedded the links here so you can just take the whole link at the end, okay? So you can go and have a look at those. All right, let's start with OBS because that is really daunting when you first download it and look at it. It's like, oh my goodness, all the settings. And you're just like, oh, no, I can't do this. Let's just quit now. So you need to download it. There's lots of plugins and awesome accessibility things like closed captions and web sockets and transitions and animations. There's so much on there, and you can develop for it as well if you like. It's really cool, and you can support people, and it's just great. Stream Elements is a free service that gives you chatbots and overlays, interactivity, again, free. You can design stuff in there, and you can make that interactivity. It connects straight into the Twitch API, so you can have like live follower counts and you can set goals and targets all through Stream Elements. And then there's lots of Twitch extensions as well. Demo time. Okay, so let's go this way. This is OBS, and yes, it does come in dark mode. I set it on light mode to make it easier for you because I thought it might be on a projector, but we have a lot of settings now. I don't think I can make the text any bigger, so get your binoculars out. Have you all got your opera glasses? No? No? No opera glasses? Honestly. All right, so general, you can have your themes are in here. I quite like Rackney. There you go. That's my favorite. That's what I use. Stream, you can set stuff up in here. You can do YouTube. You can do to LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever your jam is. You've got output here. You can use this for recording, so if you want a YouTube or TikTok, you can do it all in here. It's great software. It's fantastic. Invest some time learning in it. You can talk about your encoding settings. If you can use hardware encoding, do. If it's an option there, select hardware. Do it. Don't even think about it. If you're doing software, it's going to be on your CPU, so everything's going to get really hot and stressy. If you do hardware, it's going to throw it over to your GPU, and everything will be easier. You can tell it where to record to. There's loads of things that you can set. Audio, video, hotkeys, so you can have lots of shortcuts and things to make your transitions easier. So have a little look around in your settings, but let's have a look. Oh, I didn't save it, but it's fine. You'll have to have your eyeballs burnt. All right, here we go. Splits time now. All these things are so low. Okay, so over here on the left, we have a scene. This is where you can compose things. I'm very component-based, so I like to come over here and add a component. Let's do a, I don't know, display capture. We're going to have inception time. Let's do that. Oh, of course you want that. Tick. Yeah, fine. Quit and reopen. That's it. Doing it live. This is what Twitch is about, you see. Wowzers, we've got Inception. Okay. So we've got display capture, and that's part of this scene. But what if I want to do that display capture in lots of scenes? Just like in code, I don't want to have to come in here and add that. So I'm going to actually go and have, this is how I recommend it. I have components, and then underneath, I'm going to have display capture, okay, and then I'm going to delete this one from here, okay, and so we'll no longer have that in there. Remove, yes, and then down here, in my display capture, I'm going to add the source there as my display capture like that, okay? And do OK, and then I'm going to say, let's have camera, and do that, and I'm going to come down here, and camera, bite me, there we go. You're going to see up my nose now. It's going to make me yeah, hi, okay. There we go. So I'm going to make that a bit smaller. Oh, I like down here. Okay, so now I've got those, and I can lock them. And now when I come to compose my scene, I can say, right, I'm going to add a scene, and I can come in here and say I want my display capture, pop that in. And then I want to add in my camera. So again, scene, camera, done. Okay, and I can build them up like that. And so you can have all your components here added once. And then if I come in here, I can resize and it will be everywhere. So generally what I would say is Command F or Control F to make that full. So it's the same size everywhere, and then on a scene by scene basis, you can resize things and move them around and position them, and it won't affect everywhere else. So you add them once and then reuse them as scenes, okay? So that's my general setup. You can add all sorts of things, how you get the overlays in things like stream elements is you're going to add a browser, and you would add a browser with transparency, and you can put that in. Or if you're working in the browser, maybe you're coding in the browser, doing some cool like .NET Interactive or something, you can just add the browser feed and do that in there. So it's really configurable. You've got audio, so you can control your audio. You can do transitions over here, and then this big scary button here, the start streaming. Once you've all set up, you just press that button and you go live. It's awesome. Or you can record. So there's lots of things that you can do there, and that's just a really quick thing. There's lots of blogs and videos on how to set up scenes and get things going. Okay, so we spoke about stream elements. I've opened up, StreamYard. I've opened up this. This is a free service. Obviously, it's really limited when you've got a free service. This is my work one. I've set up this demo to record only. And we can go in here. This is paid for, so you get rid of like logos. Hello, it's me again. And we can come in here. This is what you'll see a lot of conferences using. So the layout might be very similar. And then I can add me to the stream. If I share a screen, let's go here. Let's have proper inception going on. I can add that. And you can see you can do controls on there. You can stream to YouTube and Twitch and all the platforms together, and it collates all of your chat into one place, which is really nice if you're trying to manage this on your own. You have branding in here, banners, branding. There's loads of cool stuff. One really nice thing of StreamYard is you can show chat messages on the stream. There are services that you can do with that as well. It's featured.chat is the one that you want to use, but there you go, and you can press record or broadcast up here. So that's really cool. You'll see a lot of people using that. Okay, I'm going to close that, and I'm going to close OBS so I don't have this inception thing going on. Okay, did I want to show you anything else? We'll come back to that in a minute. Right, so scenes, you'll need a few. You'll have start, a full camera, so a talking head, and a desktop. Be right back, like, nature calls, you just need a cup of coffee because you need the elixir of code. You want to put a be right back on so you can go and get a drink or stand up and have a little breather when you're feeling like the rage is coming because your code isn't working. If you're anything like me and you want to yell at your computer privately or into a pillow, you might want to be right back. And then an end, just to say thank you for watching, or when you might go live, some credits, anything like that. Audio is really important because that's what people will have you in the background. They might not be watching you. It's like a breakfast chat show. They'll listen and they might not see you, so make sure your audio is really good. If you're on Windows, I recommend Voicemeeter. It's donationware. If you like it, give them some money. It's worth it. It's really fantastic. It is a little bit daunting when you first look at it. This is the big one. This is the one I use. But you can get a little one. If I go back here, little one. It's less scary. Or you can have a medium one. You're feeling a bit more brave. A few more feeds, you can have that one. Or you can just go full in for the mega one. And you can have all your... this section in the middle here, if I can zoom in, you might be able to see that they've got Skype on one side. You might have browser sound or Spotify if you're listening to Harris Heller stream beats, and you can mix them and control the levels of all these individual feeds, and then you can select the output. So, for example, A1, you can have everything volume set and then all piped through to A1, mixed for you, and then you just bring A1 into audio one, that is, into OBS. And it's all pre-mixed for you. All the levels are set. Makes it so easy. And you can listen to music yourself on a higher volume than you have on the stream because you can control it all individually. So that's my recommendation. You don't need a fancy big piece of hardware unless you really want one and you know how to use it. I recommend this software. If you are on a Mac, this doesn't work. Boo-hoo. There is a Soundflower. I have not downloaded it. I've not looked heavily into this because I use a big PC. PC is better for streaming. OBS is more optimized for streaming, but you can totally stream with a Mac. Totally can. I just don't do it. And it is a little bit harder. Okay. So there's lots of other things that you can use for your sound. Okay. And then let's see, music. We'll come back to that. Stream settings, bitrate and resolution. This is really interesting. Can I direct you to this blog post? A shameless plug of my husband, it's fine. He has done a lot of research and testing. If we come down here, all of his tests, he's done a lot of recording at different bit rates. And because you're not doing high-speed moving things, you don't want to use the default settings out of OBS. That's optimized for gaming, fast-moving stuff, not code, static stuff. So make sure you have a read of this. Again, links are in the slides, and choose something that works for you, because you do not want to go with the default settings. Okay. Okay, music. No, you cannot open Spotify and just play your favorite music on the stream. You can totally listen to it yourself and be bopping away, but your watchers cannot listen with you unless you share a playlist. So you will get a mute, so your recordings will be muted, and then you will get additional warnings. I've had mutes because my title music, I didn't own that and I didn't realize, and I'd watching the VOD and it's like, warnings, warnings, muted. But you can get into DMCA strikes and you can get banned. Okay, so don't do it. You can use Pretzel Rocks. That's free. You have to put like a chat bot in and it will tell stuff, or you can pay. Well, I'm still on the old subscription. I am not getting that up. It's like $4.99 a month. Now it's $15.99 a month in pounds or dollars or something. So it's that like 159 krona things, NOK, that, something like that. So a lot more expensive than it was. But then you don't have to put attributions in your chat. Tens of thousands of songs in there. I actually really like them. They're good. But you can come into Spotify and there's lo-fi here. That's what I was playing when we started. You can see it says stream safe. And the important thing is no copyright music, royalty free. You want to look for that. Harris Heller does a lot of these, and if we come here and we go Harris Heller, you can see he has a whole load of things, and he is a prolific streamer, and he's created loads of playlists, and you can use his stuff, and it's really nice as well. Okay, you can pay for Epidemic Sound as well, and then you can use those in your YouTube videos. Pretzel Rocks also is on YouTube, is YouTube friendly too. Now, you may have seen people with Stream Decks. That's the button pressing things. They come in various sizes. They are really useful if you're getting into streaming. You don't need them because on OBS you can just manually select the scene you want. You don't have to move your mouse around and have it visible. If you have a Stream Deck, you can map a scene to a button and different things to buttons, like sound effects or whatever you need. And then you can minimize OBS if you don't have enough screen real estate. So they are fairly expensive. So they do come in an app, and I think that's about $15 maybe for the app no subscription, you buy it outright, and you can program it. So the picture on the right there is it on a phone. Same idea, and I think, I'm not quite sure how it works. It must be on the same Wi-Fi network as your PC. Stacey's nodding, so on the same Wi-Fi, and you map it to OBS, and you can change your scenes. So yeah, they're pretty cool, but you don't need them. If you're going ahead and you're enjoying it, you can make your own with Raspberry Pis and things. I've seen people do that. You could make your own on stream. Fun content, there you go, giving you an idea. So this is quite technical now. If lighting is not optional, in my opinion. Do you notice how many lights are on me right now? A lot, okay? I can barely see for the dazzle. I'm like, oh, I'm going to need sunglasses for the rest of the day. You need to feel like that in your house. You need to feel like you are right here where I am when you're streaming in your bedroom. You need all the lights on you. Whatever you've got, you can get some newer lights. I like those, NEEWER. You can get those on Amazon if you are an Amazon user. You can buy direct from Newer in China if you're not an Amazon user. They're really cheap, they're really cheerful, they're controllable, dimmable, they're great. You don't need the Elgato controllable ones, they're nice, but you don't need them. You can also just have like a desk lamp, put a bit of tracing paper or greaseproof paper to give you a little bit of a diffuser on it, and now you're illuminated, okay? It's really important. Ring lights, they're okay if that's what you've got, better than nothing. Anything is better than no light, right? See, it says it's really important, and the darker your skin, the even more important it is, okay? If you have darker skin, you really need to get the light on you to make your face pop. It's really important, okay? And it just will make you feel better. You'll see yourself and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I look good. I'm not this murky, muddy, featureless blob in the corner. No one wants that. You don't want to feel like that about yourself. So lighting is really important. So do it. Now, if you have a green screen, like you want the cutout, again, you don't need those, but you'll want to illuminate that. And how that looks, you have if you want to go full pro, key light, big light, fill light, another big light, but not so bright, so you get a little bit of shadow on your face, gives you contours, looking good again. It's all about looking good. And then you need a backlight or a hair light. So I used to mount that on the top of my green screen, and it lights the back of my head, gives me a better cutout, makes my hair pop, especially when I used to be blonde and purple and all those colors. And then you need to light your green screen. Even diffuse light to give it an even light so that you can be cut out easily by your software. So it kind of looks like that. You can see there's the green screen. So it is quite technical. This was my desk setup. I've kind of moved it now. I have 2 of the extra large Elgato key lights. So they are about light panels about this big. And then I have a big arm on a separate unit to my desk. Desks wobble. You do not want your camera shaking. No one needs the motion cam. You don't want to make people sick. So I have that clamped to another unit. I have one of those big IKEA, square units with the holes. I have that behind my desk. That's what those 2 monitors are mounted on. You can see it just here. And I have the lights mounted to that and the cameras. Yes, I have 2 for my special effects. And then you can see the Stream Deck there, and that's my rig. So that's a lot of gear, but I've been doing this for a long time. This is my kit, various newer lights. I have a Magewell capture card, a Sony A6100, so that's a mirrorless DSLR with a very big lens on it, really big. And I have a quadcast mic. I really like that one because it has a soft touch button. You can mute yourself and you know because it's illuminated when you're live. I have the Elgato lights, a Stream Deck. I need 3 capture cards. So I have mirror box ones, and then I have a Sony vlog camera as well, the ZV-1, which is a really good camera as well. All right, so that's my gear. You can always grab me afterwards if you have more questions. Okay, so affiliate and partner. These are some phrases that you may have heard thrown around. You may see someone say partner Twitch partner. That means they've streamed a lot, they've really put some effort into it, and they're earning the big bucks. So if you're an affiliate or partner, you can earn money via subscriptions and cheers. Many live coders who do it as part of their job, like I do, will donate to charity. So everything I earn on stream goes to the National Animal Welfare Trust. So I try to do all that for charity. But many streamers, if they're solo, they'll be using it to fund their gear, their mortgage. You know, they're trying to make a living or supplement their living or learn to code whilst working in the supermarket and just trying to make a better life for themselves. So it's a way to earn money. You can customize things. You can create your own emotes. You can have more emotes available to different tiers. So pay more money on a subscription, you get more fun stuff to play with. You can earn money off advertising. I earn a lot, like 3p. 3p from advertising. It's really worthwhile. Be prepared to see the same Audible ad countless times because it's only really Amazon that advertises on Twitch. So you're going to get really bored of watching 30-second adverts of Audible. Just had to say that because it really drives me mad that they don't mix it up. And then partner only, you get more perks. You get special room at TwitchCon. You get transcoding, but there are sneaky ways that you can get transcoding as well. But I'm not going to share those. You'll have to discover those. They're my secrets. So you can get perks like that. They generally need to have an average of 75 viewers an hour for 90 days, 30 days, 90 days, many days to get that. And then you have to go through an approval process and you always get rejected and stuff like that. But you earn a bigger stake of advertising revenue and all sorts of things like that. All right, general tips. Raiding others. So remember I said it was good etiquette to go and raid people. It is, because then their viewers learn about you and your viewers learn about them, and you share the Twitch love. And you build your followship whilst promoting someone else. But when you do it, don't just drop a whole load of folks and leg it. Go in and say, hi, what are you building? And if someone raids you, thank them for the raid. It's really nice for people to pick you out of that big old list and bring their viewers to you. Thank them, ask them what they were working on, let them go, because they may have been streaming for 6 hours and they may really need a drink or some fresh air or to scream into the void, whatever they need. So just, if they're like, yeah, I got to go feed the dogs, which is what I do. Yeah, thanks for the raid, bye. Okay, but just acknowledge both sides. Go live early. The go live alerts go out like 3 or 4 minutes afterwards. So you don't want to go too early because people are like, oh my God, are they ever going to start? Have a countdown maybe. I like to go like 5 minutes before I'm going to go live. And then I sort of press live, run and make a coffee or something, and then come back and go hi. And that's enough time for people to have joined. And then just chat. It takes 20 minutes, roughly, for people to find your stream when you go live. All right, to get the notification, get to their computer. So do not start content for about 20 minutes. And yes, that means that your stream can't just be 30 minutes. You need to stream for a minimum of an hour. You need to really go for 90 to make an impact, because it takes that 20 minutes to get people in. So it's not like a quick go live, hi, bye, unless you're a megastar and people are like, oh my goodness, they're here. Or you always are very regular at 10 o'clock, Monday to Friday, you go live and people are there waiting, you know. So it can work there, but generally I'd say it's going to take 20 minutes. Have a test account. It's really great if you're like, I don't know how this is going to work. It's a test account that nobody knows about, nobody follows, and you can go live and go, oh, this is a test. Oh, what's that? Oh, is my sound okay? You can do all of that. So make a bot account and use that. Statistics, lots within Twitch, Sully name and Twitch tracker, and then be familiar with the Twitch terms of service. So I've actually logged into my bot. This is my bot one. And you can see, if I zoom, you can manage your stream from in here. And like you can set the titles in here, the category. This is the raid button. This is an affiliate, so I've got less things. I can't do polls in here because it's just my bot. But over here, you can see you've got a lot of insights. So you can have channel analytics. You can customize this. You can export the data. You can you can sob as they tell you how pathetically you're doing. Not enough data. But it gives you a lot of insights. Where are your viewers coming from? You know, so you can really get into the data here. So that's your channel. You can see summary, stream by stream, achievements, community for managing your moderators, follower lists. There's a lot of things that can be on in here. Extensions. There's a creator camp where you can go and learn how to be a better Twitch streamer. Loads and loads of stuff in there. Alrighty. So remember, start small and dream big. It can take a while for people to find your stream. When I first started, I was like, there's me, there's a work colleague. Do I just sit here and type in silence? No. Externalize every thought. Do you notice how I externalize every thought? It's a habit for me. I can't help it. I have just like the words flow out of my mouth. There is no filter anymore because of years of streaming. I speak everything. I tell my computer off. I'm like, oh, what's the problem here? Oh, I'm not connected to the internet. I will talk through everything because that's what people want. They are here to hear what's in your head. Speak. Never silent. Never. Verbal diarrhea is the best kind, okay? It's the only kind you want. So you just need to keep doing that. Sorry, Stace. I'm going to lose her now. So just keep speaking, non-stop. Even if you think, oh my God, everyone's going to think I'm a complete idiot. It's not done me any, and I nearly said it's not done me any favors, but it has. It's good. I've got a lot of people come and watch me because I am such a fool. And it's fun. And I think it's fun. And I can laugh at myself. But you need to learn that. It can be really scary. And you can come, if you fail or you screw up the code or you can't remember how to serialize and deserialize JSON, that's my kryptonite, you can come off and go, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I just want to crawl under a rock and never come out again. You will feel like that, okay? It's just a rite of passage, sadly. But people are really supportive. So you just need to keep talking and try out different topics that might interest you. You may think, oh, I did that and it was so boring. I hated every minute of it. Try something different. Do something different. Keep playing until you find what you like. All right. Why you should care about chat. It's really the key thing you should be caring about. Forget about the code. Forget about all the interactivity. It's chat. They are your priority, okay? If they are active, you will be motivated to continue. They are your cheerleaders. They've got the pom-poms going, and you need to be on them and looking after them. They are your VIPs. They will help you if you are stuck. Some of the hardest things I have got past in really complex code. I program distributed systems and complicated stuff. They help me get past it, okay? I'm like, oh my goodness, how does one even debug when RabbitMQ's throwing everything off here and there and everywhere and Eureka's going, no Eurekas today, love. They're there to help. They can externalize their thoughts to you and help you, and you learn from each other. It's great. Nosiness. More viewers that are in your chat. People go, what's going on over there? Why are there so many people? I better go and have a look, because we're like sheep. We see a crowd and we're like, oh, there must be something interesting over there. So they go. So be interactive. And remember why people are there. Background noise, to see how you solve problems. And they can only see how you solve problems if you're externalizing your thought process. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, viewer interaction clips. These are my clips. Viewers make these when you do something silly, something really cool. So these are all like a few seconds long. I've dressed up as a pirate on stream before. I have these interactive rooms. This is my favorite clip. I'm going to play you this one. Let's have... So this is one of my virtual studios. This is the Winter Wonderland. And you can see something there, that my audio volume, too high. Okay, you can't hear me. So that's something that you need to check. And you can ask, so when we were talking about music, see, you couldn't hear me very well there. The music was too high. Ask your viewers, is my music okay? Can you hear me? They'll tell you. So just ask chat. You get feedback from them, another good reason. But they make this. I'm making silly shadow puppets. You can ask me how I do the virtual studios. They're all in Unity. You know, they'll make stuff, and you can see they get hundreds of views. You can share them on YouTube, on Twitter. It's great fun. This was when I was unemployed and I lost my job, and people donated over $600 that day because it just went on a bonanza. And this was my penthouse room. Those are cheers. Those are, each coin represents a penny, and they're just piling up on the desk. Each little cube present is $5, and they're just piling them on. And so that's what I mean, how supportive the community is. Okay, but they make clips. They're important to encourage people to make clips. It can be a measure of engagement. You know, and this one I have in the background. That's really low quality, but I have all of these. This is my cyberpunk room. Oh, you can see I have transitions as well. All of those names were viewer names, my VIPs, the ones who subscribe, who are always there, who always pair program. They got names in neon in the room. So I honor the chat and really focus on making them the priority. Polls. You can do polls once you're an affiliate. You can do that. Ask questions. That's how I got why are you here questions out. And then video on demand. So in here, if I go back, you can do, you can get videos. And there's a trick that you go and highlight your video, and you make a highlight of the whole video, and you can get that. So you can have all of your video on demands, VODs. They're there for 2 weeks normally, but if you make them a highlight of the whole thing, you can keep them there, okay? So people can go and watch your streams after. And it's amazing how many people do go and watch the on-demand videos. That's why it's important to keep talking, so they have context. And points, they just earn those points whilst watching. Okay, chatbots. Again, for chat interaction, third party, you have Stream Element, Nightbots. Oh my God, so many. You can build your own. If you're a bit daunted by that, you can go to my GitHub. I have my MVC chatbot here. It's built with Signal R. In here, you have, I had integrations with Trello, so you could put commands in chat and add things to like URLs that you want me to look at, to my Trello table, all sorts of things. So there's a Twitch lib, which is a NuGet package that allows, it wrappers all the Twitch APIs, and you can use that. So you can come and have a look at all my code. It's all there, and then that connects to this MVC chatbot with Signal R. So I broadcast from inside. It's just a cool project in itself. So I go and get the chat hub somewhere here. Somewhere down here, I go and get the hub and I broadcast to the hub and all sorts of stuff in there. But that's freely available on my GitHub, Layla-P. You can go and find it. Or you can. It's always like nice to build a chatbot on stream as your first project because it helps build that chat interaction. There's fun user things like GIFbot, Lash tools, featured.chat. That's a great one for bringing up your chat messages on your stream. It's just some really nice tools. Actually, live coding. Find your voice. Find a style of presenting and streaming that suits you. You can see mine's kind of goofy, because I am just goofy. If you want to change things and mix it up, do it. Do you. Do whatever you want. Don't get stuck in a rut. Just keep going and enjoy it. Don't copy other streamers like for like. Take ideas from here and there and try it. Make it your own. Be authentic, but you do not have to bare your soul. They do not need to know every inner thought, every little evil detail, secrets. They don't all need to know that. I'm not going to tell you everything, so you don't need to tell the chat everything. So just be authentic, be genuine, be humble. You'll feel vulnerable, but that's okay. You've got people who care about you in your chat, or you'll develop that relationship. Preparation, you can be fully planned, know exactly what you're going to do. That's probably where you want to start. Think, I've built this before, I'm just going to recode it live on stream. Slightly panned, maybe you've done a proof of concept, that's okay. Or you can be seat of pants, no idea, gonna do a tutorial, gonna play. Don't start like that, build up to that. It's very stressful, but fun, amazingly fun. Privacy, you will dox yourself. I have sirens that go off. You will dox yourself. One of my viewers saw me dox myself so much that they built a Visual Studio extension called No Dox. Oh my God. No, you're supposed to be timing. You're not even supposed to be connected to the mobile networks. And they built this bot, this Visual Studio extension, so it blurs out all of my XML, so I can't show here are my user secrets, everybody. Take my API keys. So it blurs those out. So use that. That's no docs. Names. If Stace came into my stream and had like Cash99 as her thing, I'm not going to go, hey, Stace, because that's maybe not Stace. Stace might not want to know everyone to know that this is Stace. She may be incognito. Even if I know it's Stace, it's going to be, hey, Cash99, use people's usernames. Don't be too personal, even with people you know. It's just polite. They may not want everyone to know that they're that person, okay? Email addresses, oh my God, I'm always giving things out. Use a VM, it's a really good way to isolate your system from your viewers. This is you while streaming. You're staying on top of chat, managing a live broadcast, remembering how to code and keeping viewers engaged. It's very overwhelming. It can be really scary. And it can feel like you're all shouting at me. Stop shouting at me, even though it's silent and no one's talking to me. It can feel really, really, really overwhelming. Feeling overwhelmed, be right back. Change what you're doing, pivot, tell chat, have one that you've made earlier, or just stop. Say, I'm going to call it a day. That's it. Sorry. I'm going. Be back tomorrow. It's really normal. You will get trolls. Don't feed them. They're Norwegian trolls, especially for all of you. Make sure you've got mods who you trust, who you know are there to look after you. Use timeouts and bans and have an auto-moderation there. Twitch has great tools for auto-moderation. Bots have great tools, so do that. Participate in the community, support others, and they will support you, I promise. Last year when I gave this talk, I had several people reach out to me, and they've all been live coding. They've spoken to me, I've helped them. So yeah. Remember, this is what I got when I was down on my luck. The community got behind me. So just give it a go. Try it. I'm freely available to chat and help you. And I just want to say thank you. This is the one you can photograph. That link at the top is where you'll find the slides. 10:20 on the nose. Thank you very much. I'm around for till lunchtime, so if you want to have any questions, you can find me out there, here, round, on the interweb. So thank you.